November 2025. America watches and waits as a new promise spreads across screens and social media. A $2,000 stimulus check. This potential payout has captured national attention, sparking discussions about economic relief and government policy. Former President Donald Trump calls this a tariff dividend, a payout he says will reward working Americans using money collected from foreign tariffs. He has championed this idea as a way to directly benefit citizens from his trade policies. Trump announced this on Truth Social, claiming tariff revenues have reached trillions of dollars, enough to reduce the $37 trillion national debt and fund these payments. He suggests this revenue stream is robust enough to address both national debt and provide direct financial relief. This is branded as the people's share of America's tariff profits. Yet government agencies like the IRS or Treasury Department have not confirmed any such payment schedule. The lack of official confirmation raises questions about the feasibility and implementation of such a program. Unlike traditional stimulus checks, which are typically funded by federal borrowing or tax credits, the tariff dividend would come directly from import taxes paid by foreign companies and importers. This distinct funding mechanism is central to Trump's proposal. When products like steel or electronics are imported, a percentage, known as the tariff, goes to the U.S. Treasury. These tariffs are essentially taxes on imported goods, intended to protect domestic industries or generate revenue. Mathematically, a $2,000 payment could be possible if tariff revenues are as high as claimed, but only if the funds are actually available and legally usable for direct distribution. For example, if total tariff revenue reached $1 trillion and 300 million Americans were eligible, it could theoretically yield over $3,333 per person, making a $2,000 payout seem plausible under ideal conditions. Trump states the $2,000 payment will go to everyone except high-income people, but what defines high income remains undisclosed. This ambiguity leaves many wondering about their potential eligibility for the proposed dividend. Past stimulus checks typically used thresholds like $75,000 for single filers and $150,000 for married couples. Without clear guidelines for the tariff dividend, there's no way to compare or predict who would qualify. For now, it's unclear whether income limits, tax filings, or citizenship status will apply, and no payment schedule has been released. This lack of detail creates significant uncertainty for potential recipients. The $37 trillion national debt looms over every financial promise, representing a significant challenge for any new spending initiatives. This massive debt makes any large-scale payout proposal a complex financial undertaking. Trump argues that tariffs on China, Mexico, and Canada have generated enough revenue to help reduce debt and fund this tariff dividend simultaneously. He posits that these tariffs are a dual-purpose financial tool. Economists warn that tariff revenue, while significant, is not nearly enough to finance both debt reduction and stimulus. For instance, if the U.S. debt is $37 trillion and annual tariff income is around $120 billion, only about 0.3% of the total debt could be reduced per year by tariffs alone, highlighting the limited impact on such a large debt. Still, Trump insists the policy is working, citing record stock market highs, factory growth, and low inflation as proof of its economic benefits. He points to these indicators as evidence of a strengthened economy under his tariff policies. However, a major obstacle is the law. Redistributing tariff revenue as direct payments could face Supreme Court challenges. Legal experts suggest that such a move might require new legislation or could be deemed unconstitutional. Opponents argue that tariff money must be used for federal spending, not direct citizen payouts, requiring Congress to pass a new bill. As of November 2025, no such Tariff Dividend Act has been introduced. So while Trump's promise stirs hope, it remains, legally speaking, just that, a promise. The absence of legislative action or judicial precedent means it lacks official standing. While the federal tariff dividend is uncertain, some states have stepped forward with real, smaller relief checks. These state-level initiatives offer tangible financial assistance to residents. For example, Virginia is offering one-time rebate checks ranging from $200 to $400 per taxpayer this fall. These payments are designed to provide direct economic relief to its citizens. These payments are state-funded rebates, not connected to Trump's tariff plan, and other states may follow suit. This highlights a distinction between federal proposals and actual state-level actions. So, will you get the $2,000 check in November 2025? As of now, there is no confirmed program or official distribution date, leaving the question unanswered for many Americans. There are no clear eligibility criteria and no IRS involvement, leaving many questions unanswered about how such a program would be administered. This lack of detail makes it difficult to assess the program's viability. The tariff dividend is an idea, a political promise, not an enacted policy. It may be announced, but not yet delivered. Key elements like a confirmed program, official distribution date, clear eligibility, and IRS involvement are all missing. For millions, the $2,000 tariff stimulus represents more than money. It's a symbol of recovery, strength, and independence, offering a glimmer of hope for financial relief. This emotional connection underscores the public's desire for economic stability. But until official agencies confirm and Congress approves, the tariff dividend remains a story still being written, with its ultimate outcome yet to be determined. The journey from promise to policy is often long and complex. This is the truth behind the $2,000 stimulus check, the promise, the math, and the reality of Trump's tariff dividend. Subscribe for more real economic updates. No rumors, just truth.